Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium. I don't know if this is an inspirational speech. Probably the best I can do as far as advice. Don't let what others think of you affect your life in any way. We tend to do that. Someone tells us something negative about us, we feel bad. No one's immune. If you did surveys of anything you've done, you made a mistake. You should never do a survey based on you. And I'm going to say the more opinions there are out there about you, the less you should listen to them. If, because it seems to me like I've been asked this question not once, but a bunch of times. Someone comes up and says how great you are. And I say, no, I'm just doing the best I can. And someone comes along and says, how bad you are. You say, well, I'm just doing the best I can. Same answer for both opinions, neither one of which matter. But as soon as you start listening to them, you change the way you do everything, the way you speak, what you say. You're more guarded in your opinions. And I've become that way. I don't like to do these videos, have someone send me some nasty old thing. And it may be just one out of 1,000 or 10,000. Still makes you feel bad. At some point, you've got to decide who you are and where you're going and get on the road and do it. And the thing is, without determination, life is full of failure. My wife was saying the other day that she showed me an article or something on the internet that if you spend 10,000 hours doing something, you should be an expert at it, according to some expert. Well, if you have a tremendous talent at it, it shouldn't take you any time at all. So, a life goal of something that's unreasonable for you is probably a bad choice. Um, if you have bad legs, you shouldn't be a runner. Although there are people that will insist on going into a sport or a field of endeavor that they're just totally not qualified for. And they'll stick at it for 10 years and fail over and over again. When if they had taken this road over here, where they have a lot of natural skills and abilities, life would have been easier. Is it worth pursuing something to where the end is not going to be good? It's a contradictory statement, but for some people it is. Um, I learn a lot by failure. So if I fail at something, I don't let it stop me from trying it again or coming at it from a different direction. Some people should try something once and then move on to something else. But you run across those people. There's people that want to be psychic mediums so bad it hurts them. They feel pain inside that they can't pull it off. And that's painful for me to listen to, but they say they've tried everything to get to where being a medium where they could. It's not so much about even making a living at it. Um, and you shouldn't confuse making a living with life. That's strange, isn't it? One is business and one's not. One's your personal life. For me, they're both the same. There's no division there. I don't have the opportunity to go to a business and pull up a chair and work on something and then leave that and come home and be a different person. Most people do. They have a choice there. And pretty much is what you see is what you get. And life is long. You have a lot of chances for mistakes. And I don't want to discourage anybody from becoming a medium. I think perhaps that on their path to becoming one, they've not done everything they could. Here's the thing. If you're a certain kind of person, maybe not someone suited to be a medium, and you go down that path, spending a lot of time, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 hours studying it, the results are going to be that no one's going to recognize the person at the end. If you're an asshole and you spend all those hours and you become this really benign, helpful, attuned to the universe person, all those friends you've got, they're gone. Your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, they're gone. You are no longer the same person. And I'm okay with that, but most people are not. There's a guy once that was a really bad asshole, and something bad happened to him, and he got close to death. Life completely changed. It's all about other people. And sometimes it takes something that dramatic to change you into being the person you probably were always meant to be. Somewhere along the line, you turned into Asshole City. And the recovery for that is a complete change. And furthermore, by studying to be a medium, you lose those qualities that you don't like in yourself. In the end, you're a different person. And it can be done. It's the road less traveled by. That's what I mean. Going on a quest to become something and failing over and over and over again doesn't necessarily mean you should give up. Most people will. They'll move on to something else. But if you feel inside, and you've had all these terrible reviews saying how terrible you are and you don't know what you're doing, and if you listen to them, then you probably have given up on something you eventually would have been really good at. Not sure if any of this ties together. That's the speech I'm giving today. Don't let what others say or think about you affect your life in any way. I hate that tie. Who cares? You want it? It's just a tie. I don't like your attitude. I used to get that a lot. A smart ass. I don't like your attitude. And I said, I didn't ask you to. If you don't like it, move your ass along. Go someplace else. Instead of coming to me complaining like I should change my life because you don't like something about it. You're not relevant to me. My job's clear. I'm here to help people, but I'm not here to listen to a lot of crap about what you think about me. Because my life is unaffected by that. It's your opinion, and your opinion, somebody else's opinion, shouldn't affect your life in such a profound way. It's if someone has something negative to say about you, it's usually something that's in their character. It's not in yours. And doing videos about things that are going on in the current world, it's just not a good idea because you're going to run across some really angry people. Angry about nothing. Angry about nothing. They're just angry. And there's no cure for that. Giving you whatever you want will not satisfy that anger. Life's dealt you a tough blow. Get over it. Move on. Walk it off. Figure out a way to be successful. But try not to tear other people down on your way. If you're one of those people that makes you it makes you happy to tear other people down and tell them things that make them feel bad, you're not much of a human being, and therefore your opinion shouldn't be in print anywhere. But you see a lot of it. When you hate somebody else, you're showing me self-hate. You have so many issues that are wrong with you that first of all, just hate's wrong. And for as an interesting thing going about the path of being a psychic medium, you cannot do this job and have hate. And what's interesting is you can do this job with a lot of pain, but you can't do it with hate. You can't do it with jealousy, anger. You can't do this job. So if you're a psychic medium wannabe, you've got to dump all that baggage and become somebody different that all these people won't recognize. They won't get you even at all. And it's sort of why when I'm out doing something, I don't hide who I am. It's an interesting story. I was in the tax office, and the lady does my taxes, and they've been in there since March, and this is July 1st is a couple of days. I said, I'm not mad, but you've had these things all this time. You need to either do it and fill it out and have it done, or give the papers back to me, and I'll go find somebody else to do it. But I'm not mad at you. As a matter of fact, there was nobody in the office working on that. There was a lawyer over in this office, and then there was a nice receptionist. That's why I wasn't going to dump on her. She's just answering the phone. And she said, come in Thursday and we'll get it done. I thought, okay, well, you're just buying. I'm not mad at you. I just can't wait around any longer. There's a way of going about getting things without upsetting people. Anyway, I'm standing there, and all of her stuff pops into me. All of her what's holding her back, what's angering her, what's not working out for her. And for some reason, I popped into a reading, and it was a good one. Pretty accurate. She said, this is stuff I needed to hear. So okay, I went there to get my taxes, but I gave a reading. So I guess I don't care about getting my taxes done more than reading a stranger. And a couple of days I'll go in and they'll be done. There's a difference between having issues with someone and getting angry. You can't do this job and be angry. I wouldn't have been able to read her if I was angry. I was just a little miffed. 4 months, and I've called them multiple times. My first word were, have you been sick? Have all of y'all been sick? No. They're just overwhelmed. And a lot of changes, but 4 months is, I mean, I could have read the entire manual and done it myself in that length of time. So for those of you who want to go down the spiritual path, you have a lot of work to do, even those who think they're perfect. I've worked on myself a long time, since I can remember, trying to unstraighten the things that were wrong with me. I think I've done pretty well, but somebody else might say, that's just your opinion. You really stink. And remember, the more opinions that you read or see or hear about yourself, the less you should listen to them. The less you should listen to them. If you get one, sometimes people are pretty accurate on stuff like that. They give you good advice. I've had a lot of good advice from clients. Not that I've been willing to change myself to suit them. Nobody should do that. Fixing yourself to be a better person than who you are isn't personal, deep, inner journey thing. You can't do it with somebody else's help. You have to figure it out on your own. Anyway, last part of the video is I've just begun a new book today. I have one that's about to publish in a few weeks, and I have a new one called A Practical Guide to Mediumship. 25 chapters with 25 proven by me to be successful in helping get you along the road of mediumship. I thought, well, this is pretty good. It's got a lot of stuff in it. For those of you who are asking, there's no money in publishing books. There's not a penny in it. 100 hours you spend writing it, editing it, and publishing it. There's no money in it. You do it because you feel like you have something to say. And I've written a lot of books. Not all of them are great, but I always had something to say I thought that was worthwhile. So this will be, I don't know when it'll be out, next year sometime, but it's a practical guide to mediumship. I think it's got to be the best thing I've done, which may or may not be saying anything. I wouldn't know. Why? Because I don't listen to other people's opinions. And if someone gives you, if you're a book writer, and someone gives you the opinion that your book is no good, don't listen to them. If someone says you're a terrible psychic medium, just keep going down the path and working on yourself. And in the end, hopefully you end up in the place you started out for. Hope this video's helped. If it hasn't, perhaps you didn't listen. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.